I'm staying quiet, Tony, because this is just the most generalised, now what we call it a generalised critique of Eurovision. Well done. I'm now going to give you my version.
Excellent. What did you think?
It was pants, right? It was absolute pants. It was the most pants Eurovision ever, with super pantsness. And R1 was so unmemorable, I forgot how it went about halfway through it. I was still listening to it, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was pants. Everything was pants. Like the Italian one that won, that's not rock. That's not Italian rock, that's Eurovision rock. Right, everything else that happened, and I watched it at my mate Steve's, and he's a big Eurovision fan and nuts, and he was apoplectic when I started saying we cannot win it, and this is why, right? And this is why, Tony, we cannot win it, because every other country in Europe takes Eurovision seriously, right? And we take the piss. I don't mean the people that put the song in, I mean the British media, the British public, everything about it is aimed at us taking the mickey. And they don't like it because they take it seriously, because it's the Eurovision Song Contest. It's not the Eurovision Joke Song Contest. They take it really seriously, and they put in the best songs they can by the best artists they have, who are big stars in their own countries and are entering songs that are hits in their own countries, with the exception of the crazy Germans. We'll come back to that in just a second. Right? And they all do it, and they support each other. They're friendly with each other. When they do the results, when they come in for the scoring, they're respectful and they're excellent. And we get Amanda Holden, who patronisingly says, all right, bonjour, guten tag, by the way, that's hello, goodbye, in 3 different languages. Like they didn't fucking know. They all speak languages. We don't. Shut up, Amanda Holden. Meanwhile, the semi-finals, featuring that idiot Ryland, that dickhead Scott Mills, when they just embarrassingly try and be funny and aren't, thus making everything cheapened and hopeless, means that by the time we get there, all of these other countries that are supportive of each other, also on a cultural level, who will give each other points because they like each other depending on their geographic location. And by the way, if you want to know how seriously these countries take it, every year, the week before the first semi-final, the Russians amass troops on the Ukrainian border, which ensures that every single state from Lithuania around to Azerbaijan gives them a few points. Everybody takes it seriously except us. What do? We put in a fat lad who's half pissed, who sings a song no one can fucking remember, and then when he does get nil point, the camera cuts to him and he's wobbling about holding a bottle of champagne going, woohoo, I've had another Euro jolly. Because let's face it, they put in their stars and we put in a bloke who came last time and said, fuck it, he can't do any worse. He did, right? It's amazing. And the German one, Tony. I mean, the Germans actually deserve to come completely last, because they actually almost treated it like the Eurovision joke contest, because they had the geezer or the bird who was dressed up in the peace thing, and I did the peace fingers, and I just wanted them to turn around so it told everyone to fuck off. It would have been fantastic.
Memorable there, wasn't it?
It was hopelessly bad, terribly bad, just the worst Eurovision ever. There wasn't a single song I could stand, but that doesn't mean to say that they weren't brilliant pop hits in their own countries. There was nothing memorable. I couldn't remember a single song, a single thing. I would say that the unreconstructed East is where I have most fun, because they basically get girls not wearing very much, singing traditional tunes with dance beats. There's balalaikas everywhere, and I balalaik it, Tony. I really do.
Did you not like the Ukrainian song?
But of course I did. I liked them on that level, but in terms of is it anything I ever want to hear ever again, it's a resounding no.
Oh no. As soon as the show's finished, I turn it off. I never want to hear any of the songs again.
So they all make a show of it, and you're right. Our fella comes out in a coat, goes, look, there's not a lot of point me taking this off. I think that's what he was thinking. I might as well just keep walking out the other side. But they all put on these flash shows, and they have people jumping about and extra stuff and choirs and little kids and everything, like flashing lights and that, and we just get some bloke with a desktop lamp and a microphone he got out of Tandy. Anyway, I loved it. That's the thing, I absolutely loved it because Steve was watching it with me and he was getting so angry about everything and I was just laughing, going, how could you possibly think this is anything other than what everyone was expecting? And he said, but we should never have got nil. I went, you're absolutely right. We were lucky to get nil, right? We didn't deserve that much, right? If they could take points off us, they would have done, right? Anyway, whatever else I was going to say doesn't matter, other than I also, on Sunday...